We're beginning to draw to a close, but I'd like to ask each one of you, um, what impression, what memory of those 6 years and 6 seasons will stay with you the longest? Which one really had an impact? Daniel.
Oh, goodness. I think it was a cumulative thing. I think for me, it shaped, for this to be my first scripted television show, and to have been surrounded by the cast and crew that we had, it will inform and it has informed the standards with which I know that I will be working from here on out. What I how to create an environment on a set that feels fun and supportive and encouraging, making sure that you are challenging your actors so that they come back every season feeling inspired to keep going and they don't feel like they're just putting the old shoes back on and nothing's really changing. It was so crucial to make sure that our actors came to work and looked at their scripts week after week and saw change and growth and excitement in who they were going to play. And then at the same time, I think, working with my dad and Catherine as the 1 and 2 on the show, and watching the respect and the humility and the grace and the skill with which they showed up to work and made everyone feel comfortable and at ease. There was no egos at work. We never had to contend with shouting matches and people storming off set. It was such an incubative place to work. It was such a supportive place to work. And I know for a fact that that was a direct result of them setting a bar for everybody and no one could cross it. And when that's your, when that's what's up top, everybody has to follow suit. So for me, the great takeaway is just knowing what it's like to be inspired every day when you come to work, and hoping that I get to recreate that moving forward.
I'm sorry, did you say that this was the first television script that you had written?
Yes.
That's astonishing. Catherine, what about you? What stays with you?
Oh, I agree with Daniel. It's a cumulative. Um, the but culminating in the wedding scene in the last show, not only to see this beautiful relationship uh, continue on such a happy note, but also after playing somebody who never let go of the desire to get out of this town, to look around and as Moira and myself realize, oh my Lord, how much I'm going to miss all of you, and I do.
Annie.
Oh, I'm feeling a little verklempt. Which Dan will be happy to. Oh, Catherine's having a cry. Okay, good.
I brought this just in case.
I think I mean, so many moments over those 6 years will stay with me forever. But I think I think our last day of shooting will be kind of something that flashes before my eyes as I'm dying. It was the scene where the kids are saying goodbye to Johnny and Moira was the last scene that Dan and I ever shot on the show, and I think it was a very large realization that not only were we saying goodbye to these characters who I've just been so mesmerized by over my time on the show, but saying goodbye to very good friends, and just being surrounded by this crew and wonderful cast of characters that I'd grown to love so deeply over the years. Yeah, and I miss them all very much too.
Eugene.
Uh, well, yes, I mean the the last season was, coming to a close on the last season was really kind of gut wrenching. Um, and those are memories that will, never fade, because it's an experience, a working experience, number one, that I don't believe I've, had before this happened. But, show memories for me. I mean, in a very endearing and heartwarming way, where all the scenes that we did as a family in the motel rooms, are kind of the most joyous and the most memorable, because we were watching each other grow from the very first show. Where I'm screaming at David, "Help me with the door." Well, I just got out of the shower. Help me with the door. It's air drying. From that to, David, could you come in here? What do you want? Well, just come in here. Well, what do you want? Well, just come in here. Well, we can talk from here. You know that uh, family growth from those beginnings to where we ended up, and they pretty much all happened for us in those motel rooms. So that will always, those scenes will always kind of, um, stay in the heart.